You know, we're all living in a very dark place right now. 2020 isn't looking so hot because, well, thanks to the virus that shall not be named has basically taken over the world, a lot of things had to be either shut down, canceled, or just regular closed. One of them being restaurants, conventions, sporting events, theme parks, schools. All these things had to be closed for, well, our safety. One of these things is really hitting in one piece of entertainment, and that is the movie industry. I mean, sure, you could still watch movies streaming on Netflix or Disney Plus, heck, even Hulu or Amazon Prime. Or you could find something interesting on cable television. Still, I want to go to a movie theater. It's been so long since I've been to a movie theater. I feel like a freaking crackhead. I'm going through rehab. I need to go to a movie theater, doggone it! Yeah, so all the movies that we expected to have during this time are being either held back for next year or held back for further in the month this year. So we sort of got no choice. Actually, Hollywood did have an interesting idea of just home premiering everything that they wanted to show out in theaters. Onward was in movie theaters for a while. That's until Disney decided to put it on Disney Plus. The Invisible Man and The Hunt are also home movie premieres, and those movies are having good praises just for being rented online. It seems it was a very interesting experiment. But what of the people in the movie theater industry? Well, that's what I'm talking about. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Movie Manny Talk Abouts. Sorry this intro took a very long time, but I just really want to speak my piece. Yeah, so Movie Manny Talk Abouts. It's the part of the show where I get to talk about anything movie related, movie news, movie trailers, movie anything. Now we can finally get to it. Again, thanks to this virus spreading all over the world, a lot of movie theaters had to be shut down. But does the movie industry, does Hollywood care? A tiny bit. But recently, a couple of days ago, or maybe a couple of weeks ago, I don't remember when, Universal decided to put out Trolls World Tour video on demand. Yes, video on demand. You can watch it on your Cox cable, either Amazon, Google Play, YouTube. You can just rent it right now, and surprisingly, this did good. A lot of people rented it, and it has very good ratings. But what about the people who have movie theaters, especially AMC? A couple of days ago, AMC just decided to stop showing Universal movies. Every single one of them.
It's tainted. I don't want it. Whatever it is, it's tainted. Whatever it is, you give it me. I give it up to God. I'm a God warrior. And I don't want someone with tainted anything in beliefs doing anything with my family. Get out!
That's right. You won't get to see Halloween Kills, Candyman, the new Minions movie, the Fast and Furious 9, and the very soon up and coming Jurassic World, the third Jurassic World movie. Articles have been talking about it online. News have been talking about it. Even YouTubers have discussed it in their videos. And now here's another one. And why all of a sudden AMC wants to no longer play Universal movies? Well, if I can take one example from the Verge article, AMC theaters will no longer play Universal films effective immediately after unexpected comments were made from NBC Universal CEO Jeff Shell. As a result, Shell noted that as soon as theaters reopened, we expect to release movies on both formats. meaning some movies would continue with theatrical releases, while others will go directly to digital retailers or possibly land on NBC's new streaming service, the Peacock. So AMC, the biggest cinema chain in the US of A, has decided not to show Universal movies just because Trolls World Tour. Why have they decided to do this? I don't know. And what are my thoughts of it? Well, I think
that's stupid. Use your common sense.
Yeah, that's what I think. This whole idea, this whole decision that AMC has done is completely stupid and kind of over exaggerating. Because really AMC, you want to no longer play Universal movies just because they decided to put out Trolls? And the only reason why Trolls World Tour did so well is because it was a kids film. Do you know that everyone is staying at home, possibly bored out of their minds? They want to watch something. Kids don't want to watch The Invisible Man. So yeah, that's the whole reasoning. You're just like AMC. You're just going crazy because of a kids film.
Are you a moron?
And I also heard that Warner Brothers are thinking about putting Scoob out on digital, just like Trolls World Tour. What AMC? What would happen if Warner Brothers does that? Are you gonna kick them out? And what if Disney and Paramount? You guys can last with only those movie companies? You need more. We need more.
You're a fucking idiot.
And I get it. It's kind of unfair that now Universal has decided that they can do both formats instead of like waiting until DVD Blu-ray. It is technically unfair. But what of the other movie theater industries, like Regal? Luckily, I haven't heard from them. And the only reason why I mention Regal is because I live right next door to one.
See? Right outside. That's the Regal Theater, where I go to, right next door. I told you.
Yeah, what about the other competitors? Will Regal decide to follow AMC's footsteps, or just said, screw it, we're still showing Universal movies? Because AMC, that basically means your company is going up against other movie companies that still show Universal films, and that's going to look bad on you guys. All I know is I think they're not going to do it. AMC is not going to pull the plug on Universal films. I have a feeling they're just saying that just to like spark some buzz and to make people panic or something. I just know they are, because come on, you really think now just because of the virus that shall not be named into town, you decided no more Universal? All I have to say is AMC, rethink your decision. Talk to the people at Universal. Don't go crazy.
Use your common sense.
And maybe you guys can come up with something rational instead of just like, no more Universal films in our theaters. Go to Regal, or go on demand. You vicious millennials.
Back away, you vicious millennial.
And that's kind of another thing. Thanks to this whole pandemic, I don't know how movie theaters are going to work themselves out. I have a feeling once all this is over, AMC, Regal, and possibly other movie theaters out there could like figure out a way to bring back their business. Because I still want to go to the movies. I still want to go to the movie theater. I mean, I know that going to the movies is a tiny bit more expensive than you think. Because hey, once you watch something at home, you can make yourself your own snacks, okay, but it's the authentic, nostalgic entity of being in a movie theater. It's like what Quentin Tarantino tried to do in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. It tried to like capture the good old days of like Hollywood and going into movie theaters. It just feels kind of awkward and weird just to like stop going to movie theaters in general. Digital is fine. I just want to like leave the house, go into a building, into an auditorium with a bunch of strangers, and watch something on a very big screen. It just, to me, it just feels right. Excluding the strangers thing, as long as like there's no like weirdo strangers and no kids kissing in the back of the movie theater.
Oi, you too! Cut that out! That's sick!
Well, that's all I have to say. Ladies and gentlemen, please like, comment, share, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your family that I exist. And when you do subscribe, don't forget to hit that notification bell to be notified of future videos that I have in store. I'm Movie Manny, signing out. And yes, I know, why couldn't I just film this? Well, I'm kind of lazy. And plus, my hair does not look good. Bye.